Hello, I'm here to introduce you to Connect My Folks. The sooner we get your account set up, the sooner your family and friends can reconnect using all the power of technology with none of the hassle or intimidation. So let's get started. We hope you'll check into this dashboard site often. Log in from connectmyfolks.com or bookmark this page. Remember, we're showing you around using a computer, but you can also use an iPad or tablet. As you can see, we've set it up so you can easily identify which user's account you're administering. If you have multiple people using Connect My Folks, this is really handy because you don't have to log in and out. Just toggle between people. We've also given you a fun little sidebar here on the right that we call the activity feed. This column lets you see if people are sending information to your user. The idea behind this is that if you can see the activity level lag, you can nudge family and friends to send an email or a photo. From here, you can dive into the settings and controls for any of the Connect My Folks features: photos, movies, the address book, and tablet settings. Let's take a look at each one. Here's how to upload pictures. Use the Upload Pictures page that's under Photos to upload photos one at a time or in batches. The most common way your user will receive photos is via email. However, there are two additional ways to add photos to your user's tablet. Both allow you to upload JPEG, GIF, or PNG files. First, drag and drop an image into the Upload Pictures box and click Upload. Or click the Choose Files button to browse your files to select one or more photos to upload. Those photos will show on your screen in the Upload Pictures box. Then, click Upload if you have just one image, or Upload All for multiple images, and you're done. You can save yourself a step by selecting the album you are importing to at this stage. The default is Recent Pictures, but photos will import into whichever album you select in the toggle right here. Let's talk about captions. Your photo will import with the file name as the caption. If you'd like to change the caption, click the pencil icon on the imported photo in the right-hand panel. We recommend using short captions. If you want to delete a photo, use the Cancel button if you're in the process of adding that photo. Or you can drag and drop a photo into the trash can at the upper right of the page. Be sure to hit Save after you drop the photo in the trash. Let's learn about albums. To rename an album, select the album in the right-hand box. Click Rename and type the new title. Click Change. To arrange and view albums, use the Arrange and View Albums page in the Photos section to create photo albums for your user. Unless you specify an album, photos will automatically be added to the Recent Pictures album. You are allowed 10 albums, not including the Recent Pictures album. Consider how best to sort them based on your user. Some people name them by family member, Tom and the kids, and others choose event names, Christmas 2012, or topics, Flower Garden. To create an album, click Create New Album and type the album name into the field. Click Create again, and your new album will show in the right-hand box. To move photos to a new album or between albums, use the toggles above the right and left boxes to view the contents of two albums. Then drag and drop images between the two albums. Be sure to click Save Changes when you have finished arranging photos. If you prefer your user to view the albums in a particular order, you can designate that by choosing Change Order of Albums and then dragging and dropping the albums into the order you want. Click Save to keep the new album order. To delete an album, select Change Order of Albums and drag the album you want to delete to the trash can. Beware, when you delete an album, you also delete its contents. This action cannot be undone. There are 3 ways to send your user a video. They all require that you use YouTube. One way to go is to copy the YouTube URL you want, like this, and paste it into the box here. Another option is to send the URL in an email. Just copy and paste it like this. If you have a YouTube account, You can click Share and then use email to send the video. The address book is the most important part of your user's Connect My Folks experience because it serves as the approved sender list. That means that in order for your user to receive messages, the sender must be in the address book. This setup is what makes sure that Connect My Folks users only hear from those they want to. It is this function that eliminates spam or unwanted senders from contacting your user. Until you build an address book, your user won't receive any messages, even if they're sent to him or her. At this time, only one email address is permitted per contact. If a contact sends a message from another email address, it will be blocked. If you anticipate someone might use more than one email address, for example, a work address and a home address, you can set that person up as two contacts. For example, John at home and John at work. To add a contact, choose Add New Contact and fill in the fields. Not all fields are required. Please note the following. You must provide a mobile number and provider in order for the sender to successfully send texts or photos from his or her phone. If you do not anticipate sending through your phone, you do not need to provide the number. The YouTube name is only necessary if you want to share YouTube videos directly from the YouTube website. The YouTube name is the first part of a Gmail email address. We highly recommend you choose a profile photo for each person in the address book. This makes it easy for your user to quickly identify the sender. Use the Browse button to select a photo. JPEGs, GIFs, and PNGs are acceptable. After all information is entered, click the Save New Contact button. It is simple to edit a contact. You'll need to do that if someone's name, email, or phone changes. Remember, only an administrator can make edits to the contents of the address book. Here's how. Select the contact from the list on the left by clicking on his or her name. Click Edit Contact and make your changes. After changes are complete, click Save. Only an administrator can delete a contact. You can delete someone by selecting the name and choosing Delete Contact. When you delete a contact, that person will no longer be able to use Connect My Folks to reach your user. When you delete someone, that person is not notified by Connect My Folks, but it's likely that he or she will get a message from his or her email provider indicating that a subsequent message is undeliverable. You may add someone back to the address book even if you have previously deleted him or her. A lot of what makes Connect My Folks so special has to do with its flexibility. You can make adjustments to your settings that affect how your user interacts with Connect My Folks. The most significant have to do with mail and how he or she responds. Let's talk about that. There are 3 ways for your user to respond to a message, unless you remove one of these options. Make sure to click Save when you are done setting your preferences. Quick Replies allows your user to choose from up to 3 preset messages. You can set those here. A quick reply is received as a standard email. Keep in mind that the quick replies might also be used if your user initiates an email rather than just responding. That might guide how you write these messages. Here are some that we find work well. Got your message. Thank you. Love you too. I love hearing from you. And all is well. We also like action-oriented messages that make Connect My Folks a practical tool too. I need a visit. Give me a call. You don't have to use all 3 of the quick replies. Just check the ones you want. A typed reply allows the use of the tablet's keyboard to respond in as much detail or however long your user chooses. This is a popular function, but we suggest that if your user is likely to be frustrated by typing, you might disable it by clicking it. Type reply is received as a standard email. Using the voice reply is a wonderful and easy way for your user to reply to a message or to send a message. It arrives as an email with an audio file attached. You can designate the length of response permitted for your user. You're setting the maximum length. For example, if you allow a 60-second message, but your user only records a 45-second message, that's fine. However, the recording will cut off at 61 seconds. You can decide whether your user can initiate a message on his or her own. If you choose to disable this feature, your user will be able to respond to messages sent to him or her, but will not be able to start a conversation independently. Finally, you must designate the maximum allowable emails in your user's email box. Any over the maximum amount will be deleted, starting with the oldest. They cannot be retrieved after that point. If your user tends to feel overwhelmed fairly easily, we suggest you opt for fewer messages. Besides the replies related to email, you can get specific about the number of pictures and videos your user can receive. Use the buttons to designate how many recent pictures your user can receive. We recommend choosing the higher number so you have more time to access your user's account and sort photos from the recent pictures album into more specific albums. You should also specify how many photos are permitted per album. This is a decision you should make based on the possibility of your user becoming frustrated with too many photos to navigate through for each album. You can also select how many videos are held on your user's device. To watch a movie, your user will need to skip through videos that were sent later. If you think this will be frustrating, you might choose the smaller number. If not, go for more. Anything that has to do with the Connect My Folks account can be managed in the Account Settings area. That includes information related to your account and your users. This is different than tablet settings, which has to do with what your user sees and interacts with on the tablet itself. Here we are at Administrator Settings. Most of this was designated when you set up your Connect My Folks account, but it should be updated anytime you change your email or phone number. This is also where you can add another administrator. Adding an administrator makes sense if you want others to be able to help manage your user's address book. It's easy to do. Just fill in the fields. The administrator will have equal access to your user's Connect My Folks account and will be able to view the activity that's shown on the home page, change auto replies, and all settings. However, he or she cannot add or delete other administrators. Only the person who originates the account can do that. Here we are at the tablet user settings. The content for this page was designated when you set up your user's Connect My Folks account. This is where you should make any updates to his or her information and where you can upload a new profile photo. You can also add another Connect My Folks user here. After you do this, you will use the toggle on the home page to choose which account you are administering. This makes it easy for you to share Connect My Folks with as many users as you'd like. Finally, we hope you don't, but if you choose to delete your user's Connect My Folks account, this is where you do it. If you choose not to continue to use Connect My Folks, we'd love feedback about your decision. That's it. I've given you a lot of details here, and really, once you get started, this is so intuitive you'll see that it's simple to connect your folks. Start with the address book, and then plug in and smile.